What's up, Facebook? What's up, Tater Tot? You always help me when I do my videos. Well, good for you. So I get up this morning and I log on to Facebook, and like always, Facebook does not fail to entertain. Never does. There's this very, very high-tech math problem on there, like 3 minus 3 plus 1. And as always, people jump in and guess an answer. Well, anyway, it had a little picture of Einstein by it. It's like, only true geniuses can get this. And while we're talking about that, I love it when people post up something, another day of my life, I didn't have to do math. I think those are the same ones answering these questions, because my God, I'll see a million answers, and as I go through page by page, I see wrong answer, wrong answer, wrong answer. So this is going to come as a shock to a lot of you. Oh man, I dropped my cue cards. I could never do this without my cue cards, you see, because I am mentally challenged-ified, okay? But this is going to come as a shock to a lot of you. But even though you read left to right, you can't just take a math problem and start at the left and go to the right and get the right answer. I mean, if it really worked that way, I mean, let's see, how easy would it be to check your work? If it worked that way, you should be able to go backwards and get the exact same answer, right? No? Then are you saying to yourself, well, they need to write it in the right order? Is that your theory on this? Is that it should be written in the order you need to do it in, right? Well, before I even explain the math problem, let's put it in terms of real life just for a minute, okay? Suppose you go buy some potatoes, and you're looking at the premium potatoes that you buy them. Buy the potato, because you and your wife, you're going to have potatoes that night. And so, Tater, what are you doing? Hey, this is my video. This isn't starring Tater Tot. Now, I'm going to explain all this math. And at the end of the video, after I explain the math, and I'm really hoping the senior citizens are smarter and quit putting stupid answers, their reply is going to be, why, hi there, Tater Tot, you're looking handsome. And they're going to lose all the math I'm about to teach them, okay? So anyway, listen, situation for you to explain how the order matters, okay? So you're in the grocery and you decide, me and my girlfriend, or me and my wife, or me and my cats are having potatoes tonight. So you buy 3 really nice premium potatoes and you bring them home. And you discover when your girlfriend comes home, she bought a tray of potatoes. Her tray of potatoes is 3 by 2. And so you set your 3 down on the table, and she sets her tray down on the potatoes, and it's like on the table, it's like, wow, how many potatoes do we have here? And you're like, well, I brought home 3, and you brought home 3 by 2. So let me see. 3 plus 3 is 6, times 2 is 12. We must have 12 potatoes. And she's like, wait, I set my tray down first. So it's 3 potatoes times 2 is 6 potatoes, plus your potato is 9 potatoes. And you're like, well, pick your tray up so I can put my potatoes down, and then put your tray down, because we'll have 3 more potatoes that way. See? The order matters, doesn't it? You can't just add and subtract and divide in any goddamn order you want. Or suppose you're at work and you have a skid that you filled up. Suppose the skid is like 6 castings wide by 8 castings wide by 4 layers. So you got, what, 48 per layer times 4. God damn it, now I gotta do a bunch of math. Anyway, suppose some guy comes along at the end and says, well, here's 5 more on top. Are you going to say, well, the order don't matter, just take 5 plus 6 times 8. You're like, oh my God, we just lost 100 castings. Well, let's just walk around and look for them all day. No, the order that you do the math in matters. Are you starting to understand why you need some sort of a hierarchy on this? That hierarchy, that order of operations, is called PEMDAS, because that's the first letter of each word. I know every time I see these problems on Facebook, I will just keep putting PEMDAS, PEMDAS, PEMDAS. And they're like, who are you attacking? Who's this PEMDAS? Does he know the answer to these questions? No, that's the order. So here was the problem, okay? And it had a picture of Einstein by it, and it's like, only true geniuses can get this. You know, if somebody put this in front of Einstein and was like, can you solve this? He would be like, why did you waste the ink writing this problem that you can do in your head? That is what Einstein would say. And a mechanic would say, you know, I can figure this out just as easy as Einstein can. An accountant would say, you need to invest in your future, buddy, because you've got nothing going on today if you wrote this down on paper. But just to amuse everybody, look, PEMDAS. This is how we do this. So let me explain, okay? Here's PEMDAS. Now keep in mind, you can see this, I can't. So I just have to remember off the top of my head, which I work in a foundry, so there's like nothing going on up here at all. If I can do math, each and every one of you can do some math. But so you got parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. That is the order you do it in. Now when you flip this back, that doesn't mean, except in this case, do it left to right. Just do it left to right and get an answer of like 2. No, dude, you got to do it in that fucking order, okay? So let's do our parentheses first. Here we go. Oh wait, there isn't any. Okay, now for the exponents. Why, there is no exponents, Eric. I know, so we're not going to do any fucking exponents. Okay, look. So what's next? Multiplication. So that means we do the multiplication first. That doesn't mean we're going to be like, okay, we got to do this first. So 3 minus, no dude, multiplication first. Look, 3 times 6. That's a tough one. Let me get out my calculator. Okay, that's 18, okay? So now the problem would be 3 minus 18 plus 2. So all we have left now is addition and subtraction. So according to PEMDAS, you would do addition first and then subtraction. But actually when you get down to that, it's going to change very little. But okay, 18 minus 2 would be what? Anybody? 16, okay. 3 minus 16. So let's get out our number line, let's get out our timeline. And now we're going to go backwards to the other side of 0. So we're actually going to go 13 to the negative. So the answer is going to be negative 13. I know a lot of you just want to go, well, let me see. 3 minus 3 is 0. Times 6 is still 0. The answer is 2. No, dude, you can't just read left to right. If you just read left to right, that means you can take the fucking potatoes off the table, set down the tray, and then the potatoes, and have a different amount of potatoes than if you take the potatoes, set them down, and then the tray. See what I'm saying? The order fucking matters. So next time you see some bullshit, only pure geniuses, 1% of you will get this, go back to your 5th grade order of operations. Do it this way. In fact, just fucking screenshot that. Screenshot that and frame it to your fucking living room and read it every day. And read it to your kids. Read it to your kids and teach the hierarchy of math. Teach them how shit works down there so they will quit voting for fucking Democrats, for Christ's fucking sakes. And that is my math lesson for today from your favorite Uncle Eric, the foundry worker. Now I gotta figure out how to turn off this hunk of shit GoPro. I think I just pushed a button right here.